Hey guys! Hey! Welcome back. Welcome back to another review. This time I'm going to be reviewing another Scooby-Doo Where Are You episode. Yes. One about, I guess, an ape. Yes, an Ape Man. But you guys know the drill. If you guys want to be notified for future videos, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. That way you guys can be notified for future videos. Now I do other things too. I don't just do reviews for people who are not interested in reviews. I also do thoughts and theories on stuff. I also occasionally talk about specific characters and my thoughts on them. I also which is kind of like thoughts and theories. I also sometimes do nostalgic stuff and talk about things that have been kind of forgotten about, like Playhouse Disney, which is something I recently did and all that. And I've done other stuff like that. So if you guys are not interested in reviews, I do other things. But anywho, now it is time for me to review the episode called Never Ape an Ape Man. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't get the joke. I guess they were trying to be clever with the title. I don't really know. It's kind of a weak title. But besides the title, how's the episode? Well, apparently the gang is meeting, was doing something with Daphne's uncle called, I forgot his name. I already forgot his name. He appears in a couple of scenes and that's it. He's not the main focus. But by the way, this is probably his only appearance. We'll probably never see him again. I don't know. To be fair though, the Scooby-Doo franchise, like every reincarnation of these shows, they always change up the characters, like parents' designs and relatives, which that's one thing I kind of hate because then I don't know, it's kind of confusing at times and all that. I don't really know. I get the reincarnations, they changed the main characters up a little bit, but I don't really get why they change up like the relatives' designs and stuff. Like, I don't really get that, but anywho, that's not what we're focusing on here. We're focusing on apparently a legend. Yes, they have a legend about an ape man who, I guess, burnt down a I think a hotel or something. I'm not sure why he burnt down a hotel. I guess maybe he got ripped off. I'm not sure. I don't really know why he burnt it down. But yes, apparently there's an Ape Man, and I'm not gonna lie, it's literally just a freaking ape. Like there's literally nothing like about it. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, it is literal. Like, if you look at this picture here, there must be something unique about it. Like, maybe Scooby-Doo is seeing a costume or something because in this episode they're obsessed with costumes because it takes place in a movie set location, because Daphne's uncle was like a movie producer or something. But no, this is literally the monster. It's an ape. Like, there's literally nothing. It's literally nothing. Like, it's just an ape. Like, I wish they would have made it like they would have gave it like a unique design or something. I don't know. Like, they did the same thing with the first episode, which is A Night for a Night, which I might review that episode down the road too. But at least that episode is introducing us to the Scooby-Doo movie. Scooby-Doo show. And they were trying not to make the show too scary for little kids because back then they had to change it up a little bit for the kids because they were originally going to have real monsters in there. But I don't know. I feel like because this is the 6th episode in, I feel like they should have at least tried to experiment a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe they could have made the ape not scary, but maybe they could have done something with him. I don't know. He just looks like an ape. Like, I don't know. He just doesn't look very threatening, I don't know. I do like his iconic roar. It's pretty iconic, but I don't know. I just think he's probably the one of the least least looking I mean, probably my least favorite looking monster that I can think of when it comes to designs. I don't know. I mean, there's others out there that are probably worse. I don't know, but right now, this one's probably my least favorite. I don't know. I just don't think he's that unique looking. Like, he literally doesn't look very threatening. I mean, at least with the Minor 49er, at least, it's a unique design and all that, despite him looking like a freaking human and not a ghost. This one at least looks... I mean, this one, though, he looks just like an animal you would find in the wild, and all that. So I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. But basically, yeah, he's just an ape. But anywho, besides that, I gotta say this might be my least favorite Scooby-Doo episode in the original series. The original series had its problems. It had its problems. It did. It had its problems because, basically there was problems where they didn't, the monsters, not all of them were as iconic as the later down the road. I mean, they had some iconic monsters down the road, but I don't know, they just don't, some of them don't look as iconic as down the road. And then, I don't mind them not looking scary, because personally, I don't like scariness, that's why I don't watch horror movies, but, because I don't like scary stuff, but I at least like the monsters later down the road, because at least they look more unique, but, they do have some unique monsters down the road, but they start off the series where they don't look as unique, but, they have Captain Cutler, which is pretty cool, but, the other ones just don't look as unique, but basically, though, that's not really all. That's kind of weak. I feel like they also, a lot of times, the villains are very predictable. They make them too predictable, where you know exactly who it's gonna be and all that. But I don't know. This one though, I feel like at least with the villain, they kind of throw you off a little bit, where it's kind of you don't expect it. But we're not going to reveal the villain in a second. I'm going to talk about some problem. There's some other problems I have with the episode besides the ape himself. Some scenes just feel off. Like Daphne's uncle is telling his crew, because they don't want to stick around because there's an ape that literally tried to shake the bridge or something and all that, and they leave and all that. It feels kind of forced, but it feels forced because they're leaving and all. All the ape did was shake the bridge and all that, and they're deciding to leave. It just feels kind of forced. I kind of wish the ape did more than just shake a bridge. That's kind of scary, it's scary, but if you're being miles up from the ground on a bridge, it can be scary, but I still think it feels like it's rushed too fast and all that. I get they have a limited amount of time, for an episode, but I just feel like they could have at least had the ape be a little bit more threatening, than just shaking a bridge before they decide to leave, and all that. But then Daphne's uncle, which I still can't remember his name, but I should have wrote it down, but I didn't. I didn't think to do that, but basically, Daphne's uncle was telling them, "Can't you guys wait 3 days until we figure this mess out," or something like that. But then he immediately turns around with no one having any lines. He just immediately turns around and tells the kids that, the gang that he can't that he's gonna have to cancel it. So I'm I kind of wish they would have I kind of wish they would have the actors be they would have the actors be I don't know, they'd be no way, you can forget it, we're not gonna do this, and they have them respond back before he says that. I don't know, it just sounds kind of weird, he goes from asking them to wait, that they can wait 3 days, to immediately just without them saying anything to him, doing telling him he's gonna have to cancel the film. Which, by the way, there's only freaking 2 actors. Maybe they can make it work, but it just seems kind of funny. There's freaking two actors, in a movie. How does that even work? It could work. It could, but but I don't know. It just seems like it doesn't work. Like basically they have one of the gals, which I don't know if they reveal her name or not. Oh, no, wait, they do reveal her name. I forgot her name too, but basically Carl is supposed to be dressed as an ape, and then like she's shaking the he's supposed to be shaking the bridge, but she's like help, but there's literally no actor to save the girl, so I'm like, I don't, maybe Daphne and her friends are supposed to be part of the movie. I'm not sure. I didn't really catch that, but I don't remember them saying anything like that. But I just think it's weird. There's only two people, there. But speaking of the Ape Man, before he starts shaking the bridge, apparently, I didn't bring this up, but apparently he's literally he pops his head out behind a trailer, right where Daphne's uncle is, and they're literally they're facing right at him because they're looking at Daphne's uncle while they're talking. So I don't really get why they had that scene. I think they probably should have kept that out, but I don't know. It's just kind of weird. But there's a lot of like airs, and I mean not really airs, but kind of questionable things in this episode. I mean, I should not care because it's a cartoon, but some of these are just like kind of stupid. There's even one scene where freaking Carl is freaking locked. They say he said he got locked in the freaking like tote or something or whatever it was called. But like Scooby-Doo literally freaking opened it. Yeah, Scooby opened the freaking tote. So I'm like why did he say it was locked? I don't really get that. Like, I kind of wish maybe he said he got knocked out or something. I don't really know. The gang figures it out because they hear thumping, like he's trying to escape. But I feel like I feel like maybe he should have popped out his head. He should have popped his head out of the crate or something like that. Because I don't really get it. It doesn't make any sense. But I don't know. There's a lot of questionable things like that. Like, I don't really get that. Like, but yeah, I don't. That's one thing I don't really get though. But I don't know, I'm trying to see what else I wrote down here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is okay. Here's something I found out too. This is actually kind of strange. Now I don't think this is a big flaw like the other flaws I've mentioned in the video. But this is kind of strange. So apparently the Ape Man, the guy dressed as an ape, he eats a freaking sandwich. He eats a freaking sandwich. He only eats half of it, and he leaves it on the ground. Like, he literally freaking like on the freaking on the floor. He just freaking leaves it on the floor. Like I don't. It's like he's giving them freaking clues. Like, I don't really get it. Like I don't really get it. Like he's just giving them clues to like where like he's not a real ape man. Like, I don't know. It just feels kind of weird. Like I get they have to find some way to make clues, but I don't know. I don't get why they have like him. They just have a sandwich on the floor. Like, I feel like they should have had it on a table or something. Like, it's just weird. Like, the Ape Man eats a sandwich. He only eats half of it, and then he freaking has it on the floor. Like, why didn't they just throw it away, or why is it even on the floor at all? I don't get it. It's just kind of weird. I guess maybe he was sitting on the floor. People sit on the floor and eat food sometimes, but it just seems kind of weird how he eats half the sandwich and just leaves it on the floor. I don't really get that. It's alright though, Scooby-Doo gets to eat the sandwich. But yeah, it's kind of just funny how that is. And speaking of eating food, apparently Daphne, because this is the part of the series where like Shaggy starts eating Scooby snacks, because originally it was only Scooby-Doo who would eat Scooby snacks, but now they start making Shaggy eat it. Honestly, they kind of. But Shaggy starts eating Scooby snacks, which is which was kind of strange and all that. That started in the last episode, which was about dog nappers and stuff, which I'll probably review that one down the road too. I'll probably end up tackling all the episodes eventually, but probably not right off the bat. But this one, but basically this one he doesn't fall for the Scooby snacks this time. But basically Daphne makes him a snack with like pie crust, cherries, anchovies, and I don't know what, like chocolate syrup and all that. It sounds kind of good. Minus the anchovies. I don't know. I mean anchovies probably. I don't know. That may be good on a pizza. I don't know. It's kind of weird though how that's like she just makes it all that. Yeah, but Daphne just makes him a snack like. It's kind of weird too how she just randomly she just pulls a snack out of nowhere like where the heck does she even get it, you know? How does she hide it, you know? I don't know. I mean, it's a cartoon, you know, but I'm just like, it's kind of weird how she just has that snack just out of nowhere. Like, was she gonna give it to Shaggy later or something? I don't really know. I don't get it. It's funny, but like, I don't know. I just don't get it. But it sounds like it could be a good food. But I mean, again, the anchovies may make it kind of funny. But I don't know. People eat weird stuff all the time, so it may be good. You know, I don't know. It just sounds kind of weird. But yeah, it's just kind of funny. But I'm trying to see what else I have here too. Okay, I think that's about it right now. Yeah, that's about it. I do have one more thing to point out, but I want to talk about some other things though. That go on in this one. So I want to point this out that Scooby-Doo is actually brave in this episode. Like, he is brave. I know this is the 6th episode in the series and all that, but it feels kind of funny that he's brave. Like, he's literally freaking barking at the Ape Man. He's freaking chasing him around and all that, and I'm like, that just seems really funny. Like, it's really funny how he's just chasing him around and all that. Like, it really tells you how threatening the Ape Man looks. Like, it's just really weird. He does get scared for some reason, and it fogs up Velma's glasses. Like when she's getting ready to pull the switch and trap the Ape Man. Because they find an old set where they were going to capture the real Ape Man. Where they were going to capture the phony Ape Man in the movie. But I don't know. I just feel like it's just kind of funny how he just suddenly gets scared when Velma's telling him not to chase the Ape Man and all that. Like, it just seems kind of weird how he suddenly gets scared. I don't know. But yeah, they lose the Ape Man and all that, and then they go out to find it. Now this is probably like the part the episode that's probably the most I don't know. It feels very forced. Like, the other parts I think I do kind of question, but this one's probably very forced. So you guys, this is the one I wanted to save for last, because this is actually towards the end of the episode. I mean, actually it is at the end of the episode, and it is very forced, but apparently, Shaggy and Scooby split up. They split up, because, you know, that's what they do. That's what Fred does. He hogs all the ladies, you know, because he's a ladies' man, I'm sure, and then, Shaggy and Scooby do their typical thing. They split up, and then they basically they go to an apartment, find a camera, and then apparently Carl is I guess has his mask off, which I'm not really sure why he has his mask off, but he does. By the way, he's the real Ape Man. He's the real one. He's the real Ape Man. But apparently, Shaggy's like, look, it's the Ape Man without a mask on. And then he's like, wait a minute. He realizes, he takes the picture of Carl, and like, Carl's probably like, oh shit, now they know who I am. Now they know I'm the real Ape Man and all that. And then he chases them and all that. Despite them knowing that it's freaking him. So, like, yeah, they freaking are still scared and run off. So, yeah, that feels really forced. That freaking feels forced. But the thing is that that's not all that feels kind of strange. Like, how do they know it's the real Ape Man, you know? Because Carl did say he got locked in a crate, which, by the way, Scooby-Doo opened, but apparently the characters are dumb in this episode and think that, you know, because even though Scooby-Doo opened the freaking crate, you know, and all that he was locked in, you know. But I don't know, but basically he said that he was locked in by the real Ape Man and all that, so I'm like, how does Shaggy know right off the bat that it's the freaking Ape Man and all that, but, you know, takes a picture and all that? I don't really get that. But yeah, apparently Carl is actually the Ape Man and all that, so yeah, apparently, yeah, it literally, so literally, they basically he chases them because even though they know who he is and all that, they freaking chase the gang. Well, I don't really get that. Like they literally know who he is, so they can. There's like freaking 5 of them. Or, well, Scooby is a dog, but there's 5 of them, so they literally outmatch him. So they can literally freaking they can literally, you know, like I don't know, they can literally, like, you know, take him down, you know, and all that. But yet they run away from him, you know? I mean, even Shaggy points out that he got him without the mask on. So, I don't know, I just feel like that's very forced. Like, it feels super forced. And all that. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah, a lot of this episode has a lot of, like, a lot of pacing problems, and a lot of stuff feels kind of off, and it has a forced ending. So yeah, I don't know, I feel like a lot of stuff just feels off, like, about this episode. But I don't know, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a score, though, so we're gonna give this one a meh and 61 points. Oh, what are you guys thinking? This was gonna be a bad. Well, here's the thing. Even though this is my least favorite episode of Scooby-Doo Where Are You, I actually was thinking of maybe giving this one a slight good, like a very low good. But then I look back at like how I don't know how forced a lot of stuff is in this episode is, and a lot of things don't make any sense. And honestly, the Ape Man is probably, I said he was like my least favorite Scooby-Doo monster, but I don't know if he's my least favorite. But he's one of the weaker ones, that's for sure. He's very weak. Like they basically just make him an ape, and that's not a bad thing. Like, I don't think kids will mind. Well, I mean, I kind of did when I was little, but I don't know. But I just think they should have made him a little bit unique, you know? I don't know, like, maybe they could have gave the Ape Man, maybe they could have gave him pointy ears and then, like, red eyes or something, I don't know. They could have made him a little bit more unique. But instead, they make him just a generic ape, and then they make it, like, I mean, I'm glad they at least make it where, like, it's not predictable who it is. I like Minor 49er, where he's like, it's very obvious who it's gonna be. But I like how it's it's a little bit, you know, they throw you off a little bit. But I think it's very forced at the end, like how Shaggy just immediately assumed that Carl is the Ape Man because he was hanging out there. And I know he said he was gonna leave, but maybe he was doing some stuff, you know, and all that before he left, because it wasn't very long after they were leaving, you know. So maybe he was packing. He could have been doing something in the trailer, you know. But they just assumed right off the bat that it was him and all that, and then instead of, you know, cornering him and all that, or trying to, like, team up and take him down, they literally basically just run away from basically filling up like 22 minutes, you know. I don't know, I just feel like a lot of it just feels, you know, forced and all that. But you may be thinking, why is this? Why would this be a meh, not a bad? Well, I think there's actually a lot of jokes I like in this episode. I like the fact that, like, Scooby-Doo, when he goes to help on this lady, which I forgot her name too, he helps her on the bridge by going to the Ape Man. Basically, the Ape Man, I guess, takes the bridge out, but then, like, Scooby-Doo is on a branch, like, bouncing off of it, and literally, like, he, like, punches him in the face, and then punches him in the stomach, and then, like, knocks him off. That's really funny. And then there's one moment where, like, the Ape Man is, like, the Ape Man is, like, has a Scooby-Doo head and stuff. It doesn't make much sense. A lot, like, see, these are the kind of jokes that like, work. When they're not stupid, but they're funny. Like, the Ape Man is just randomly wearing a Scooby-Doo head. Like, I don't really get that. Like, he's just randomly wearing a Scooby-Doo head. But it's really funny how Scooby-Doo's thinks he has a reflection mirror and all that, but he's wearing, like, a head. It's pretty funny. I do like when Shaggy and Scooby are playing pool and all that. That's pretty funny and all that. I don't know. I think there's some jokes in here that actually work. But yeah, this is probably definitely my least favorite Scooby-Doo Where Are You episode. This one's definitely very weak. And that's saying something, because although a lot of villains are predictable, it doesn't usually hurt the episode, because it hurts for people who have not seen the episode before. But for me, I've seen them so many times, I know who the villains are, but this episode just has a lot of pacing problems, and then the climax is just very forced. I mean, it's cool that, I think it's kind of iconic that they got a picture, like, Shaggy got a picture of the Ape Man without his mask on. That's pretty cool. That's something we don't really see, something like that down the road, but, like, when they do that with other villains. But I still think the way they did it kind of felt forced and all that, and, I don't know, like, I feel like maybe they should have had, like, someone else be the Ape Man, not Carl. Even though they still kind of throw you off, because maybe Carl did get locked into the crate, which was, by the way, not locked. But I said that like 3 times, but it's true. Like, it was not locked. Scooby-Doo opened it, but like I said, I think they could have actually had someone else be the Ape Man, but they could have thrown like a random person at the end, But I don't know. But I do like how too it's. The villain, like, even though it's kind of the reasoning for why Carl sabotaged it was kind of weak, I don't think it's that bad. He just didn't, like I said, he was just being a spoiled sport and didn't get the part, so he was sabotaging it, But I like how it's not money, because honestly, a lot of these villains are scaring. Apparently, they're scaring off They're scaring off They scare off, people and stuff, so they can get a bunch of money or something. So that's what they do. They scare off people so they can hog all the money to themselves, But I don't know. But basically, that's kind of, I like how they actually have a villain actually, do something different, But I don't know. I just think, yeah, again, this episode's just very weak, but it's still full of jokes, and although you're gonna have some problems with it, I still think you might have a few laughs out of it. It's pretty funny. It's typical Scooby-Doo humor, And this is not even close as bad to what I'm gonna be reviewing down the road. I'll give you a hint what it's gonna be. It's gonna be an adult show. I bet you guys probably already know what I'm gonna be reviewing, but it's not gonna be today because I already have my videos planned for today, but it will be probably later this week, so if I have time to get to it, but I should have time because it shouldn't be probably a super long. It's something I've already reviewed before, so yeah, I won't spoil it, but you guys already might know what it is because I already gave you guys a hint. But anywho, I'm probably gonna go ahead and end up letting this go. I also probably could have done a fun fact because in this episode, this is actually the first episode of Scooby-Doo to have a relative in it. Or a family member, because Scooby-Doo, a lot of times they don't have family members in the episodes, but sometimes they have cameos, Like one time we see Shaggy's uncle, which is apparently has a mansion, a cool mansion, which is in the new Scooby-Doo movies, which, by the way, is a pretty good episode. I'll have to review that one down the road, too, but yeah, it's a pretty big mansion. Makes me jealous. I wish I had a mansion like that, but I don't know, but yeah, anywho, though, I don't know what else to really say, so, I think I'm gonna go ahead and let this go, but yeah, I probably could have done a fun fact for this one, but it's alright. It's no big deal. But I'm gonna go ahead and let things go from here, so see you guys all next time. Anywho, see you guys later, have a nice day, bye-bye.